I'm going over the Arsenal tomorrow. Do you fancy coming with me? Because we'd all been over, watched Leyton Orient a few times. A lot of my family were Leyton Orient supporters.
Right.
But I never really got the
bug.
vibe.
You never got the bug.
Yeah. So I said,
hey, that's a good choice, by the way. Leyton Orient are a good choice. They're good.
Well, they were our local club, to be honest. They were 6 stops down the tube line from me. Very easy to get to.
Yeah.
And all my family, apart from my mum, which I'll come to later, but my mum and my dad, my brothers were all Leyton Orient supporters. My younger brother migrated with me to Arsenal a bit later on, but he passed away, unfortunately.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
So anyway, this particular game, and another little insight was we used to do this Labour Party bingo round together, me and this fella John White.
Yeah.
And we used to get a bit of pocket money, from going around the houses collecting the subs. And so he says to me one day, do you fancy coming to this game? And it was a cup replay, and I've just got to check my date, 29th of January, 1975.
Wow.
We drawn the away leg, 1-1. A cracking game. I just watched it again, actually, because obviously I wasn't that interested in Arsenal up until this point.
Yeah.
But I watched the game again today, and Alan Ball scored the equaliser very late on. But it was a cracking game. Muddy pitch, Highfield Road. Brian Alderson, I think, scored their winner, so their first goal, and we equalised. Not an Arsenal player. My favourite player now is Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah.
When I watch Kevin De Bruyne, he's a complete midfield player to me.
Yeah.
He's very athletic. He's tactically astute. He's
quality, isn't he?
I think he's one of the best players of Premiership seen since Patrick Vieira, Roy Keane. I think he's that good. I think he's an excellent player. I've got some bad ones where I've been chased around the ground by angry mobs. I've got I've got some good ones where where some of the banter in the crowd has been unbelievable. I mean, some of the Sammy Nelson one where he pulled his shorts down in front of the
and Russ, did you always?
Russ, one really funny. One really funny one. You remember the old marching band used to come around, and they used to come marching along that old drum major bloke used to come around, and he used to get the old band and used to just look round into the old band and toss the thing up in the air, and everyone used to go, and then when he caught it, like that. And that was all part of the day out. Well, one night I was there and he dropped it in the mud.
Oh, you're joking.
And everyone went absolutely mental. You can imagine, can't you? Against good teams. We knocked some good teams out in those cup finals. And we would never be beat. All those replays, they just show we would never be beat. And I was very proud of that team.
Yeah.
One cup out of all those finals was bloody hard.
It was sad, really, isn't it? It was sad. It was sad.
We didn't deserve a carrot. I mean, I remember walking out of the stadium against Ipswich, and one of the old commissionaires, as we were walking down the old staircase, said, "See you next year, lads." And to me, a cup final was like the holy grail. I'd been supporting them for 4 or 5 years and never seen us get anywhere near one.
Yeah.
And I said, I was a bit down. And then I ended up having a few beers at the Green Man in Leytonstone.
Yeah.
And obviously that's on the way back up the old A12 up to the East Coast, and I managed to get a few beers on them for that night, so that wasn't too bad. But playing 1-2s round the outside of the box and then going from one side of the box to the other is never going to open a team up. It's so easy to defend.
I know, Russ.
You've got to get to the byline and put ball in, and then once the ball's in there, you've got to have a centre forward who gambles and puts his head in where it hurts, and we haven't got one of those either.
Well, look, we're going to... Russ... listen, I could be speaking to you till next week, me and you.
Yeah, one trophy, Man United, and we even sweated in that one, to be fair.
Yeah, true.
That was another good moment, though, when Sunderland put that ball in the back of the net. That was
well, that was relief.
That was the only trophy I'd seen. I've been going since '75, and I'd seen one trophy, and it wasn't until '87, so it's 12. It's 8 years, isn't it? To the next trophy. Yeah. So you can't say I was going for the pots because we were not in here.
No, you went for the...
I think Man United when Tony Woodcock scored first.
Yeah, but didn't we get to 2 cup finals? and Man United a bit knocked us out in both.
Yeah. Yeah.
Over that period. Obviously, that was Terry Dill, Donnell, because Donnell took over in '83, didn't he? He left in '86. So,
Donnell was probably one of the best coaches English football's seen.
Yeah.
I don't know if you had any dealings with him when you was at the club.
Yeah, I was a youngster coming through. Yeah.
Did he actually personally coach you at all, Kev?
No. What happened was Pat Rice used to be our coach with Vic Akers. And it was in pre-season at London Colney. After he coached, obviously, the first team, he would come over then and watch the coaching for the youngsters.
Yeah.
So to have Donnell there, you could imagine, he's the first team coach. He's the manager, etc. It was unbelievable. And he would always have a nice word to say and stuff, proper football man.
Yeah.
Proper football guy.
He played a short while for the club as well, I think, in the 60s.
Proper football man.
It seems strange I've not seen hardly any of that pinpoint, like the Fernandinho pass for their third goal the other day.
Yeah, but you need people running for that, Russ. You need movement. You need runners. You need all of the above. You need for that, mate. And
when I watched that Coventry game today, right?
Yeah.
People who are watching this, if there will be anyone watching this, if they watch that Coventry game at Highfield Road in 1975, and they watch the pitch, they look at the pitch, the quagmire of the pitch, and they watch Pat Rice, I think it was, he gets the ball and he looks up, and Alan Ball's run 30 yards to the channel from the middle. So he's been on defensive duty in the middle. He's busted a gut to get out and make that pass for Pat. And he's overlapped and he's put the ball across, and Bradford nearly scored the winner on the day.
Yeah.
And it's just things like that I don't see anymore. I don't see channel runs. I don't see inside-out runs. I don't see any of that. I just see this pass a parcel, all around the back, all the way, gets to the halfway line, pass it back again. That's not football, Kevin.
Well, do you know what, Russ? Again, mate, it's one of these, everyone's taken on this Spanish mantle.
Yeah.
And there's more than one way to play football. And you know what I always look at? If you haven't got movement, if you have got no runners coming from midfield, because that's what Ramsey was very good at. Ramsey would run from the middle of the pitch, he'll run in behind, he'll run to the channel. He will create a problem for a defence. We haven't even got that.
You need a player who's brave, who will run from the halfway line straight at their defence, maybe beating one or two players on the way, maybe not, but to be brave, to know he's got cover behind him if he loses the ball, and to have players making themselves available either side of him. Then we can open teams up again. I was lucky enough to meet a mutual friend, obviously Lee, through social media a few years ago, and he managed to get me onto his friend's coach trips, Tiny Tours,
yeah.
Right? Big Tony, who gets the nickname, obviously Tiny for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
And some of the best away games and worst have been with that bunch of fellas. What a cracking bunch of fellas they are. They really, they look after me like granddad. They do, and they do call me some bad names. They call me a Sino old bastard and things like that.
But it's out of love. It's out of love.
And I drive the bus sometimes, and I'll tell you what, I do laugh. When I'm on that bus, I do have a laugh. And that's what will never be taken away from me. Whoever owns this club, is the fact that we have such a crack. We'll have our moan.
Yeah.
We'll take the piss out of each other. But then we've still got good mates there who follow the same club.